Morning on Wednesday. A little hungover from dinner last night, which we went out to a place that is very hot around here. It's hard to get a reservation. We didn't have a reservation, and we went and sat and waited for an hour. They did let us drink while we waited, so we had a nice bottle of wine. As soon as I looked at the menu, I knew the place was going to be, the food was good, meaning like what they served, they did well. It tasted fine. But it was unremarkable. It was completely unremarkable and unimaginative as far as what the dishes were. So I would not go there again. It's like the hot new place in one of these towns around here. Anyway, but it was kind of an interesting experience just because very often I see this all the time, but like there's this public perception of a place and people buy into it. It's like, oh, this place is great. And I think most of the people who go to eat at this place probably tell other people, oh, you should go there, it's great. Whereas if I had to talk about it, I'd be like, avoid that place. This place is completely unremarkable. And there's way better places that have, far more interesting food. So I just think it's a really interesting commentary on society. Just how kind of easy it is to get people to buy into something that isn't necessarily all that great, but for some reason kind of catches on. Maybe there's just something that people want to see and it makes them feel comfortable. Whereas, if you did something more interesting that is of higher quality, it's more of a risk. It might work, it might not work. But people have a harder time getting their head around it. I guess that's the dilemma with being authentic, right? To some people, what we experienced yesterday is authentic. To others, it's just trying to fit in, right? It was just a very interesting experience of seeing something that kind of ticks all the boxes of, oh, this is what a good restaurant is, but there's no soul. I guess or maybe there is a soul and it's just dull. So very interesting. But, wonderful evening nonetheless. Walked through a beautiful town, did have a nice dinner, was with my family, and everything was great.